How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 2 of Mail and Hobby Talk. A lot of you did comment or send me a DM on my last video, and I very much appreciate it. So I'm going to keep these going. They are pretty fun to do. And we do have some mail to cover today. That's what it looked like piled up on my desk from about a week and a half worth of mail. But our first topic today is cracking graded slabs. And, I've seen this come up more often nowadays where people are actually cracking out just for collecting purposes. You used to see a lot of this back in the day because people wanted to resub. You get like a PSA 8 or BGS 8 or 8.5 or something like that, crack it out, resub it, try to get a higher grade. But nowadays, people seem to be doing it more often just for collecting purposes. So here's one of Steve, S. Halley 2003, cracking out a new thicker slab that he had gotten. Definitely check that one out. His technique is flawless. He's had a lot of years of practice. Him and I actually met here on Instagram, mainly because we both were cracking out slabs at the time to put in binders. Next up, we got this one from Jim Pop 1, and he cracked this Kevin Durant out. This is actually 2014 Panini Prestige Playmakers, which are pretty actually rare inserts. I have one at Tim Duncan, and you can see there I commented, looks so much better raw, because it does. I mean, take a look at this in that slab, right? It probably had like some kind of plastic in front of it or something like that. I'm not sure, but when he got it out, I mean, it just looks so much better, and he's putting these in binders. Really great to see that. And then take a look at this one from 90s Kid Card Collector. Now, this was a reel that he put up, and this actually got picked up by Card Porn. But I want to show you something. Look at how many views are on this video. 208,000. That's crazy. So we're getting some eyes on it. And, he cracked the card out and put it in a mag. To me, it definitely looks better. And you can kind of hold it in your hand and take a look at it and just enjoy the card. That's a lot of what I do personally with cracking out cards. If I'm not actually going to put it into my binder, I'll just put it in a mag. I like to just hold the cards in my hand. It's something that I suggest doing with people is like take a card that you have in a graded slab and then take a raw card and just like compare the two. And how do you view them? Do you look at the raw one as like, hey, this is part of my collection and I just like this card just because? Do you want to put it in a binder? Do you want to just, throw it around, maybe put it in a penny sleeve top loader, or throw it on your desk on a display or something like that, as opposed to how you treat the graded card? You treat that more as like, oh, this is my long-term investment. This is something that I want to keep on to give to my kids. Like, there's a difference between the two that's kind of interesting to me. So I'd suggest you do that and just see kind of where you fall. And I don't have any like huge preference against graded cards. I collect them as well. I just think it's kind of interesting to compare the two yourself. So try that sometime. Let me know what you think. Moving on to this 2018 NT Luka Doncic 101 logo man that's going up on PWCC Marketplace. So this card reportedly sold for 4.6 million. Now that wasn't through an auction house. That was a private sale, right? And the guy who bought the card actually reported that sale. I find that kind of interesting that that's happened in the last 2 years. You see a lot of these private sales happening and then being reported to, places like Card Ladder or something like that where they can get recorded. I don't know. Why would you do that? To me, probably because you want to set that comp out there and then push the card higher and higher, right? Now that we're seeing cards go down, do you think this is going to reach 4.6 million again? If it doesn't, what kind of impact is that really going to have on the hobby? I don't really know. It's going to be interesting to see. That's a lot for a card, right? We've seen some of these really like iconic high grade baseball cards like Mickey Mantles and stuff sell for millions, but are we going to pay 6 million for this? Is that where it's going to be at? Or is it going to end like at 2? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. And then I want to jump into a couple podcasts that I suggest you guys check out this week. This is a new one from Stacking Slabs where he has Jake Roy, 90s b-ball cards here on Instagram. That's definitely one to check out. And I think you should also check out the latest Wax Museum podcast. He's got a Patrick Ewing Super Collector on there. I think that's going to be a great one. I haven't got a chance to check out that one myself, but I will be checking it out. Kyle always comes out with these every week too, so this is last week's. And then here's a couple YouTube channels that I think you guys would be interested in checking out some of the videos. This is the Mangini collection. This is John Mangini, and he's got a lot of interesting cards. First of all, a lot of his videos are based on his card collection, but he also goes into a lot of videos talking about influencers and things that I've talked about as well. So you see those influencers or morons at the bottom. Check that one out. Check out some of the other ones he did. They're very entertaining and pretty funny as well. And then here's another show that I've been watching on YouTube, the Sports Card Show. And this is actually a pretty interesting video as well, where I'm forgetting his name, but he talks about, are we gambling in the hobby? Well, yes, we are, on certain things like box breaks, things like that. But a lot of what he talks about in this video is actually, are we introducing kids to gambling? Because, hey, kids are into cards. It's a very interesting video. So check that one out as well if you get a chance. And then a new segment that I have is things that happened in the junk slab era. So this week we have these graded wallets, like leather wallets. I don't know, I think they still sell these, but we've got the Zion Williamson Mosaic base, and then here's another one of the 2019 John Morant Prism base. And, people were putting these in these little leather cases to show off their cards, I guess. And, this was really a sign of the times, I call it junk slab era. That's, to me, is the last couple of years. These base cards were going for a lot at one time, and then all of a sudden they dropped off, just dropped immensely in value. Just kind of interesting. So I'm going to be showing off some products and things that came out of the junk slab era that you guys might find funny or interesting. And that's it for Hobby Talk. So let's switch over to our mail this week. We got some cool ones. So first up, this is a trade I did with MG Phenom, I believe is how you pronounce that, here on Instagram. And we've got a, what year is this? 2003 Upper Deck Finite. And I think this is the gold variation numbered to 100 of Nene. And then we got this nice Topps luxury box. Gold, I believe this is a gold parallel. Is this one out of 06, 07 maybe? Marcus Camby. So thanks for that trade, man. These are nice. I've been going after I've been working on a binder of 2000s inserts and serial numbered stuffed nuggets. So I'm definitely gonna throw these in here and might try to go after team sets of those or something like that. Then we got this one from my binder. This Monte Morris Mojo out of 21-22 Prism. Kind of slowed down a little bit this year, picking up stuff from my Prism binder. I do have the gold of his as well. It's just hard to come across for decent prices, but I got this one for like $15. Not too bad. Here's a Jonathan Isaac Essentials Platinum. And thanks to PK Cards for contacting me about this one. He saw that I was going after these and dug through some boxes of cards that he had, found this one, and sold it to me. Really appreciate it. I think I'm down to 18 now for the set of those Essentials Platinums. Pretty awesome. I've got this, I think this is a 13-14 Pinnacle 101 Timofey Mozgov, for those of you who remember him. Now, this is kind of a one and done product, although I think they did bring it back in Chronicles. So if you buy like Panini Chronicles, I think this design is in, I don't know, maybe still this year and last year or whenever Chronicles was first released. I think they do still do these. But just a cool card. I always like to pick up older 101s when I can, get them for a decent price. Probably like 35 bucks, I think, on that one. Here's, for those of you that watched my Garbage Pail Kids box break, I wanted to pick up one of the golds. This is from the 4th series Chrome, and these are the golds. These were out of 50. There's the number in there. Yeah, there it is. So definitely one I remember back in the day. Harry Harriet, pretty funny. But yeah, the golds are always nice. I think I have a gold of every one of those series. They started in 2013 with Chrome Series 1. I think I picked up a gold from each of them just to have them. And then last up here, outside of this box, is this Danilo Gallinari Topps Murad 51 1 of 1. I don't know if you can see it there. Pretty cool card. It is a sticker auto, but I do like these. I showed one of these off in my previous video, which is actually this one right here. And so this is the gold out of 10. And this is the 1-1. So I was trying to figure out the difference between the two, and this one just looks to be a little darker. So I don't know if that's particularly the only difference or what. But still cool to grab that 101. That was his rookie year. So pretty awesome there. And last up, I bought the whole set, base set of Garbage Pail Kids Chrome, Series 3 here. So pretty awesome. Cards. It's just Series 3, I think. It's Series 4, I thought. He gave me a Series 3 pack. So never mind. This is Series 4, but he gave me a 3rd Series pack. I must have just mixed that up. But anyway, I wanted to get 4th Series, the full base set. So I picked those up. Pretty awesome cards. I probably will try for a refractor set as well, but for now the base, it was like 30 bucks or something like that. So that's pretty awesome to grab. All right, thanks for checking out the video this week, guys. Really appreciate it, and I will keep these going.